before I take the lantern down, before my boots touch that cold ground. I'll bow my head at the mountain's door and ask the Lord what I'm asking for. For the men who walk beside me in the black, for the light that brings a body back, for the wife who stands behind the glass. Lord, let this morning not be the last. Before he goes down, Lord, hear this prayer.
Take him through the dark with your hand there.
The earth is deep and the shaft is long,
but you have held him, Lord, all along. Before he goes down,
I have seen the mountain take a man, seen what it means when the bell tolls wrong. So I stand here at the edge of dark, and I give you every beat of my heart.
the rock don't care and the coal runs deep, and the tunnel holds what it's going to keep.
But you made the mountain and you made me,
And I go down trusting what I cannot see.
before he goes down, Lord, hear this prayer.
Take him through the dark with your hand there.
The earth is deep and the shaft is long,
But you have held him, Lord, all along. Before he goes down,
I don't ask for easy,
I don't ask for long.
I ask for enough bread
To carry this song
back up to the light,
back up to her door,
back to the table.
Lord, that's all I'm asking for.
Before he goes down, Lord, hear this prayer. Take him through the dark
With your hand there. The earth is deep and the shaft is long, but you have held him, Lord, all along. Before he goes down, before he goes down. The clock on the wall keeps its steady count, and I keep mine beside the window pane. I have watched this road since he walked away, and I'll watch this road until he walks back again. I know every stone on the path to the mine. I know every hour the shadows change. I know the sound of his boots on the gravel before his figure comes into range. She waits at the window, her hand on the glass. She counts every minute, the slow hours pass. She breathes in the mountains, she breathes out fear. She holds to the Lord while she's waiting here. She waits at the window. I've held this faith like a woman holds the last warm thing on a cold, cold night. I've prayed his name into the mountain every hour since he walked out of my sight. And when the shift bell sounds in the hollow and the figures start down from the mine, I watch for the one that walks like my husband. I watch for the one who is mine. She waits at the window, her hand on the glass. She counts every minute, the slow hours pass. She breathes in the mountain, she breathes out fear. She holds to the Lord while she's waiting here. She waits at the window. Then there he is on the mountain road, coal on his face and his head bowed low. And I don't run, I just stand here and let the prayer go up that I've been holding all day. She waits at the window, her hand on the glass. She counts every minute, the slow hours pass. She breathes in the mountain, she breathes out fear. She holds to the Lord while she's waiting here. She waits at the window. She waits at the window.
It was early in the morning when the bell rang wrong. Not the end of shift, something else, something gone. And the word moved through the hollow before the bell stopped ringing. And the families left their houses and they started coming.
Coming down from the ridges and up from the creek, coming with their children and their fear and their grief, coming the way a body comes when there's nowhere else to go, coming to the church house in the cold.
They filled the church when the bell rang wrong. They brought their grief and they brought their song. They didn't know the news and they didn't know the end, but they knew the name of the one who was with them. They filled the church when the bell rang wrong. I I remember the lanterns in the dark that night, every window in the church burning with the light, and the voices of the women rising up through the roof.
And the men with bowed heads and their boots still black with proof of where they'd been and who they'd left.
And the hymn that rose above the fear and the grief
was not a song of knowing, it was a song of not, of trusting in the one thing we had got.
They filled the church when the bell rang wrong. They brought their grief and they brought their song.
They didn't know the news and they didn't know the end,
but they knew the name of the one who was with them.
they filled the church when the bell rang wrong.
And when the news came that it came,
We did not stop singing.
when the names were spoken,
And the world went dark at the end,
we did not stop singing,
because the singing was the only thing
big enough to carry
what we carry.
They filled the church when the bell rang wrong. They brought their grief and they brought their song. They didn't know the news and they didn't know the end, but they knew the name of the one who was with them.
They filled the church when the bell rang wrong. They filled the church when the bell rang wrong.
Look at these hands at the end of my days, black in the creases where the coal dust stays. No amount of washing will take it away, and I stopped trying somewhere along the way.
These hands have worked the seam since I was young,
carried the lamp when the shift bell rung,
pulled the coal from underneath the ground,
and carried it back
toward the sky.
Coal on his hands, Christ in his heart. That's the whole of it from the very start.
Down in the dark
and up in the light, held by the one who made the mountain and the night.
Coal on his hands, Christ in his heart.
Raised my children on what these hands brought home. I prayed over them when they were grown.
I buried my wife in the churchyard on the ridge, and stood at her grave with these same hands.
And every morning I went back to the mine, not because the work was easy, not because it was fine, but because a man works with what God gave him and trusts the Lord to do the saving. Coal on his hands,
his heart.
I look at these hands now, and I see the whole story here. Every shift and every prayer, every child and every year. Every morning at the mine mouth, every evening coming home. These hands were never really working alone. Coal on his hands, Christ in his heart. That's the whole of it from the very start. Down in the dark and up in the light, held by the one who made the mountain and the night. Coal on his hands, Christ in his heart. Coal on his hands, Christ in his heart. There's a walk I take at the end of every shift, a long walk up from the dark toward the gift of whatever light is waiting at the mine mouth door. I've taken this walk 1,000 times or more.
And every time the shaft begins to lighten, and every time the ceiling starts to widen,
and every time the square of sky appears ahead, I know I've been giving back what I thought was dead. The light at the end of the shaft is not mine. I did not earn it, I did not make it shine, but the Lord set it there like a promise to keep. For every man who works in the underground deep, the light at the end of the shaft. And I have stood at the window knowing this, that somewhere in the mountain he still is, moving through the dark the way he always moves, with God ahead of him and faith in his boots.
So when I see him stepping into the daylight, coming down the mountain in the afternoon light,
I know it was not only his feet that walked him out.
I know the one who brought him through the dark and out. The light at the end of the shaft is not mine. I did not earn it, I did not make it shine, but the Lord set it there like a promise to keep. For every man who works in the underground deep, the light at the end of the shaft.
Every morning I go down,
every evening I come back,
every time I step into the light,
I stand here knowing
this is not my doing,
this is grace,
this is giving.
this is the one thing
I will never stop thanking God for.
the light at the end shaft is not mine. I did not earn it, I did not make it shine, but the Lord set it there like a promise to keep. For every man who works in the underground deep, the light at the end of the shaft, the light at the end of the shaft.